Hey guys, Rooster here, and today I want to share with you the methods I use while attacking in Operation Breakout. These are just the personal methods I use every time I'm on the map, so I'm not saying they're the best or anything. So if you guys are a little confused on how to attack in Operation Breakout, this video is for you. First up, my setup. I like to use the BAR rifle with the infantry division. The infantry division does have to be maxed out to get the most out of this class. I like to use the prime basic training and the sticky grenade. If you guys prefer a different rifle, go ahead and use that, it's not really that important. But I will give you the reasonings why I use the attachments I do. So FMJ, you can shoot through nearly everything in the war game mode. Buildable walls, most of the walls on the buildings, everything. It's a very important attachment in the war game mode. Hollow point for the increased time to kill if I land a headshot. Quick draw, it just helps me compete with shotguns and SMGs, and the extended mags because now and again I get a little crazy and spray. At the start of the match you have 3 different options. You can go straight ahead, to the left, or to the right. My favourite way is the right, so I'll show that way first. Okay, when running to the right you want to make sure you hug this wall because you can get easily picked off by grenades. Now there's always going to be a guy in this general area. Now what I like to do is throw a grenade and try to get it right in front of this small wall right here, because I guarantee you there is normally always a guy sitting here or there's a guy building this wall. With that grenade you're going to scare them all off, and if they've managed to build the wall, go ahead and blow it up. But if they haven't, you can go in, sit down right here and get some crazy time logged in on the capture communication post meter. The second way I normally go when I take the right is if there's already a teammate in here taking the command post, I like to run in front of the house, making sure it's clear of course, and come straight to this window. Now this window I like to call the feed spot, is because you're going to get enemies in this back window right here popping their heads up and down like a jack-in-the-box, and you can just pop them. That's why the hollow point is so important. You will get no end of headshots standing right here, and of course enemies are going to come from the left right here. They're going to come around this corner and kill you, but the damage is already going to be done. Please note though, if there's already a teammate in this window or this window, there needs to be one of you here, okay? If someone's already here, go ahead and come into the house. I recommend coming down this corridor like I said previously, because this is just the best way. It's hard to get a grenade around that corner, especially when you've got a guy up there in the window. The second way you can go from the start is right through the middle. Now I don't advise this is because people are normally sitting along this stone, whatever it is right here. So you want to make sure you're either using the smoke grenade or you're really good at throwing your grenades. Now my grenade's out, but you want to throw it and get it right around here, right behind this wall. Because there's normally a guy, like I said, in the corners right here, waiting for people to run around either side. So you can get a grenade up there, they're going to scatter. Then when you're running up, make sure you're using these obstacles. Like if you're sitting here, you got to check all your corners, man, and just slowly move up. As you can see, this is a lot more work than it is to take the right side. That's why I highly recommend the right side. But normally there will be a guy in this window on this gun, so you're literally going to want to get behind here, stay low, because as you see these sandbags block off their vision, and come up and pop up around this corner. And there'll normally be a guy right here, or you'll see a guy over here. And note, with the FMJ you can normally shoot them through the walls, and if you shoot them while they're on the gun, they will not take reduced damage. If you hit the gun, it will go straight through the gun. Then of course once you're over the wall, you can run over here and get in the window if you want, or I don't like to use the front door, but if you can, use the front door and just pick off anyone you can see really. And even if there's a guy at the window and a guy over here laying in this spot, you can come around here and take on the sniper, because normally there's a sniper over here or even over here. Lastly, it's taking the left way from the start. Now this is my most dreaded route. I hate taking this route, and you're going to see why. Normally when you first get up here, or any time through the match, there'll be a guy sitting down here and he will make your life hell. But if you can manage to kill him, sometimes there's even a guy sitting up here, and watch this, you can't see him until you're up right here, and now you're totally vulnerable because you went through that climbing animation and he could have been shooting you in the face. So even if there's not a guy here, you have to come up, blindly turn this corner, and like I said previously, there's normally a sniper down here. So if you still have your grenade, you want to throw it and make sure it gets right behind this barrel. After 2 successful grenades, this wall will be blown up, which is absolutely great. And that gives you another, I wouldn't recommend entering through this way, because you've got the enemy spawning over here, you got them at the window, you got them normally laying here like this, so you want to avoid that. It's just, if this wall is destroyed, they're going to panic and try to rebuild it, and while that guy's rebuilding it, there's going to be one less guy defending the communication post. Moving on to the second obstacle, the bridge. Now you can play one of 2 roles on the bridge. You can either be a guy building the bridge, or you can be a guy defending the guy that's building the bridge. If you are defending the guy that's building the bridge, I recommend using a sniper. The sniper I use is the KAR 98K. You get this from Prestige in the Mountain Division. If you can't use this weapon, the M19 will do just fine. I like to run a ballistic calibration, the FMJ for shooting through obstacles and walls and whatnot, and the lookout basic training. A lot of people say the lookout basic training is for noobs, but I don't give a crap. I'm here for wins, damn it. This lets you see enemies' red names above their head from further away. So as you can imagine, it comes in hell of a lot of handy in the war game mode. So if you're sniping, the first way you can go is right here into this barn. You want to make sure you jump up, and this window right here, you can see a lot of things. But please note, this is one of the most common spots for snipers when you're attacking. There'll be snipers over here inside the window of the what the hell is that, a truck? There'll be snipers over here, and also in this window and behind these sandboxes right here. So you are really, really vulnerable. I don't really recommend this position. Over here is probably the most second used spot. Now you've got the exact same people to worry about, except there's a tree in the way over here. So you only really got to worry about these two guys and people over here. But with the lookout basic training, a red name will pop up. If there is an enemy behind a tree, then you can easily snipe him. Same thing if there's enemies up in the windows, a red name will pop up above their head so you can easily dispatch them. Like I previously said though, these are the two most used sniping spots while attacking, so never just stand here like this, just sniping people, because you're not going to last very long. What I normally like to do is use the walls for my advantage. Like I pop out, take a shot, then get back. You know, take a shot, get back, and just keep switching positions, guys. Like, you can go over here if you want to take a shot, but don't take any more than 1 or 2 shots before you change position. When you run to the right at the start, another position you can go is right here, on top of these barrels right here. Now, this is really good. I do believe they can see the top of your head when you are above the barrels like this. But, with everyone else sniping and stuff like that, they have bigger things to worry about than the top of your head poking out. So, this is easy. Pop up, shoot, sit down, pop up, shoot, sit down. And with the other snipers on your team, you can sometimes go on nice feeds here. Another position people like to go is they like to come this corner right here and snipe people. I'm not really a fan of being a sniper and being up close like this, because it just takes you too long to get around, and all you're going to do is get killed with the guys that are building the bridge when they start throwing their grenades. So I would not advise coming down here to the bridge, but some people do. A decent spot you can get on is right here. You can see the majority of the people as long as you are using the lookout basic training, but you're going to be a sitting duck for the people up in these windows. And lastly, if you are sniping, you can run right around the haystack right here, and if people are making you mad in this window, you can sneak, boom, right here. And even if you see their gun poking out, as long as you are running the FMJ attachment, that's why it's so important, you can shoot them through this wall and boom, dead. Gone. Goodbye. Okay, if you want to take the role on building the bridge, the class you use is not important at all. You just want to make sure you are running a smoke grenade, because that is going to be hell of important right here. Even a sticky grenade works fine too, because normally the snipers up there are throwing smoke grenades around here. But it does not really matter where you throw them. You can throw them anywhere from here to even to over into their spawn. So as long as the smoke's in front of them, they ain't going to be able to see shit. So there is not really a tactic right here for building the bridge. You're just going to want to make sure you just jump on and just, as soon as you can, just holding the build button. X or square, you want to hold it in as fast as you can, because you're going to get sniped in seconds. Just spawn and just keep jumping back. That's all you can really do. But once the bridge is halfway built, you will get some extra cover, as you can see right here. You can come up behind these barrels right here, and kind of, as you see, the bar at the bottom, the metal bar is thicker. So you're going to have a little extra cover. And of course, you want to keep throwing your smoke grenades or your grenades as far back as possible, trying to get the sniper behind that truck. You can just keep building this bridge all day long. And as long as you have some good snipers watching your back, I've seen people build this up to 50%, stand up, walk over to the other side of the bridge, and build it the other 50%. As long as you have good snipers watching your back, it is possible and very easy. The third obstacle is the bomb site. Now, this one does not have a lot of strategy to it, I'm not going to lie to you. What this one is, well, what I do is I like to build these walls up halfway, and that gives me a little bit of cover when enemies are trying to defuse my bomb. As you can see right here, there's beautiful lines of sight, and as I said, you are protected. But just remember, FMJ can go through them like candy, or like nothing, whatever the hell you want to say it. If you are a guy that likes to run a sniper, go ahead and stand on these barrels right here, and boom, look at that. Beautiful line of sight right here. You want to make sure you keep this wall down unless you have planted the bomb, because this just lets your team get through faster, picking off enemies that are going to allow you to plant the bomb. Keep these down too until the bomb is planted, and if you can, build them back up, because that will keep the enemy out. And if you want to piss them off and be a little sneaky about it, go ahead and build up these back walls too. The majority of the enemies are going to be coming through this way right here, and if you kill them a lot of times coming through right here, they're going to come through over here at the back door of this place. Well, there used to be a back door here, I assume. So you can always sit here once you've planted the bomb, pick them off here, or better yet, come through here. As long as this isn't built all the way, boom. Look at that. That's why I said build the wall. Isn't that amazing? They're going to come through right here, and you get feeds for days, guys. The last place they can come through, which they don't come through very often, is right through here, under this bridge or around here. And again, if you have this one built halfway, you can just sit over this side. Look at that. Pick them off, pick them off, pick them off, boom. Bombs planted in no time flat. Just make sure if someone's trying to plant the bomb, you're throwing smoke, even though they can still throw grenades into this area. Smoke still helps, because some people throw their grenade, they've only got one. Then they've got to shoot you. So smoke does help, and obviously don't throw smoke when you're defending, okay? Try to throw grenades, as many grenades in this area as possible. Even though it will destroy the walls, it's better to be safe than sorry. Once you destroy the bomb site, you will be tasked of escorting the tank all the way to the back of the church. I like to split this up into two different sections. The first section is when you escort the tank to the halfway line over here by the ammo place, or ammo tent or whatever. As soon as you get the tank over this line next to these sandbags right here, the second part of this escort the tank will start. Even though it's technically only one big obstacle or task, I like to split up into two, and you're going to find out why in here in just a second. So while escorting the tank, you want to make sure you stay to the side. Just like the bomb site, enemies are going to be coming through right over here and through here. So if you stay to the left or the right side right here, sorry, it's easy pickings. And look, as you see when it turns the corner, look at that line of sight. Your whole head, well, all your body except your head, is shielded from fire. And that's what you want to do. If you are getting fired at and you are taking damage, you can hold an X. And just like that, you're on the top of the tank, you hold an X, you back down. And that gives you valuable time to heal. Because in the animation going up to the tank, you are technically indestructible. So, and your whole body just like teleports. It's kind of crazy to think about it. But another way when you are escorting the tank, if you want to sit right here, this is a candy spot right here, this is the sweet spot. Enemies come out this door right here. Enemies come up here. This is the sweet spot right here, guys. Two birds with one stone. And also, there is going to be enemies coming through this way too, but the guys escorting the tank will take care of them. Another way you can go is, remember that back door to the church? Well, there used to be a back door. You can now run through there. You can come right over here if you have a sniper rifle. Look at this. Right into their spawn, baby. Let's go. Look at that. Beautiful. You can totally push up with a sniper, and you can just pick them off right in the spawn. But beware though, once you kill them a few times, they're going to be like, hey, there's a sniper over there. And they will hop up, or they will try to shoot you from up here. Or they'll come around and shoot you from right here. It happens to me all the time. I love putting my sniper on right here, just going to town right here. On the tank ride going to the objective, or the second part of this objective, I would not recommend just sitting at the top of the tank like, how do you do? I would not recommend that. If you have a contract or a daily challenge that says, hey, get tank turret kills, then I understand. But normally, you want to go up here, fire a few shots and jump down. Go back up, fire a few, jump down. And as you guys can see, when you turn that corner, you have clear spots of their spawn. Now, this is the second part right here. All you have to do is escort the tank past these sandbags right here. Now, you can play one of two roles. You can either use a SMG or a rifle or even a shotgun and escort the tank up. Make sure you watch out for the trenches over here, because they will come in these trenches and they will screw your whole life up. So make sure you are throwing as many grenades as downrange as possible. Also, when you are escorting the tank, I normally recommend sticking to the right side, because this way you avoid the trenches and you kind of avoid up here. But now you have to worry about the church. From their spawn, there is an L. It takes them right into this church right here. There is going to be a lot of people in that church. But if you have a grenade, don't be scared to throw it in that church, okay? And then there's going to be a lot of snipers. There is going to be a lot of snipers over here. I'm going to die. Oh, I made it. And in these bushes. Okay, great. Thanks, game. The second role you can play when escorting the tank for the mile stretch or the last stretch right here is you can snipe. Now I love to snipe right here, and there's a few reasons why. You can sit right here and you have clear view of their spawn. Seriously, what I like to do is to be a little sneaky bitch, and I like to stand on this box right here. Look at this, man. You can go shoot them. Come this way. You're covered. Look at that. It's absolutely amazing. And they're always in these bushes right here. I don't know what the hell they're trying to hide. I mean, they're like wearing these brown ghillie suits, and here they are in a bush. I mean, seriously, come on, this isn't Fortnite. So yeah, they're hiding in there. They're hiding behind the sandbags right here, and also in the trenches as earlier. But the trenches aren't really your problem right now. The guys in the tank will take care of those trenches. You want to make sure you kill these guys in the bushes, and now and again you'll get a guy coming out of the church. But if there's a guy standing right here, don't be one of those guys that goes in front of them like, oh, I'm a better sniper. Don't be that guy. If there's a guy over there, come over here, boom, you can deal with the trenches. Look at that. That is totally sweet. Even you could stand over here if you want and get the best of both worlds, but also remember, you're going to be an easy target, okay? So I probably won't recommend doing that. Also, if you are running a sniper, you can come over here and jump on this flower bed, but I guarantee you'll be here for not even 5 seconds and you'll be sniped in the face by a guy right behind this tree. So I wouldn't even mess with coming through right here. What I like to do is aim my grenades a little higher and throw them right into those trenches. Look at that. Boom. Beautiful. Alright guys, and that is going to be it for my guide on how to attack Operation Breakout. These methods work for me very well, and as long as I have a decent team, I win every time, no joke. Stay tuned to the channel for a video telling you how to defend Operation Breakout, as well as other guides on other war mode maps. If you guys enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I'm out guys, good luck in war mode, peace.